this thing up and bring it in here and set it up. And we were able to do test it out. We were here for about 4 hours last night trying to get ready for today. And again, this afternoon, did a sound check and doing the cameras and the mics. We're trying to capture this moment so that we can have something to share at the very end with the community. So we go to our next performer. So this band was one of the first ones that was part of the Candlelight concerts here. That was hosted by Don. And I was about 3 years ago, I think now, or 4. Yeah, I can't remember, about 4 years. But 3 years. But we had a candlelight concert here where we blocked out the light, we had a bunch of candles. We didn't have this piano, we had a digital piano. And it was still a good show. So I think that's what inspired this day, was that. So this conversation that my son and Rick had back in February or January, they ran into each other at the arena, of all places. And then they said, well, let's put on a show. And Mason said, well, it's got to be a Steinway. And if you know anything about pianos, Steinway is like the best. They're world renowned. They've been making pianos since this church was born, actually, about the same time, 1850. So it's kind of funny that those years kind of almost match up, where we have a beautiful Steinway piano here from a company that started in 1850 and a church that was built in 1850. So I find that kind of, I don't know, coincidence or whatever it is, but it's, I thought it was kind of cool. But our next performer is Rick Mauti. He's a pianist and a composer who currently resides here in Manitoulin. Destination unknown. He didn't tell me where he lives. His career has spanned over 4 decades. Since 1983, Rick has been devoted to original compositions. He's produced several full-length CDs of original work, 3 symphonic compositions that reflect his depth of musical insight and emotional exploration. His flexibility as a composer was highlighted in 2014 when his original a cappella work for a 40-voice choir was performed during the Good Friday service at St. Luke's Parish in Thornhill, Ontario. His musical journey has also included performing blues rock repertoire, notably playing Stevie Ray Vaughan songs alongside the legendary Jeff Healey back in 1991. Rick approaches music as a deep, personal, and emotive craft. He believes, quote, "There is a definite relationship between what we feel and what we hear. A music composer's sole responsibility is to generally transform his feelings into the audible spectrum. If his audience senses emotions while listening, the composer would then have succeeded in his initiative." End quote. With a unique blend of unique classical sensibility and modern exploration, Rick continues to share his passion for music through powerful compositions that resonate with audiences on both emotional and artistic levels. Even with his musical career over the past decades, Rick also owns a company that specializes in his technical services. You might see him around town here. His business has completed numerous projects for many Manitoulin businesses, organizations, and First Nations on Manitoulin and the North Shore. If you want to check it out, or you want to get his services, check out rmtsmanitoulin.ca. So without further ado, please welcome Rick Mauti.